welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a good Saturday. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make these really cute earrings. They're just little granny squares I made out of embroidery thread. And I've only made 2 pairs so far, but they're really cute. So yeah, if you want to figure out how to make these, stay tuned. This is 209. It's a light purple color. And basically you're just gonna start making your granny square. So you're gonna start off with a magic circle, and I have a 2mm hook. And so for magic circles, I usually, or not magic circle, for granny squares, I usually will chain 3, and then I do my double crochet. So we just chain 3, and then we're gonna put 2 double crochets right after that. And then you're gonna want to chain 1 for the corner, and then you do 3 more double crochets. And then you chain 1 again. Basically, you just do your granny square like normal, but I only do 2 rows for the earrings because I don't want them to come out huge. It just depends on how big you want them to be. But I think 2 rows is like the good spot. You could do 3 if you wanted, if you like bigger earrings, but yeah. Oh, and a misstep. I accidentally did 4 double crochets. And then you chain 1, and you do your last cluster of doubles. And then you chain 1 again. And now you're going to tighten your magic circle. And you're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. And then you chain 3 again. And you work into the same corner that you were just in, that you just made, and do 2 more double crochets to make the new corner. We're only going to make half a corner for now, so you got 3 right there for your half corner. I don't chain 1 or anything in between the groups, and then you just go into your next corner and do another chain 3. Now you chain 1 and do another chain 3 in the same corner. And you go into the next corner. Make sure your thread doesn't split. It happens a lot easier with the thread than it does with yarn, so you gotta be really careful. And I typically work on this really slow, but because I want this to, I don't know, look decent for you guys in the shot and everything, I'm trying to do it a little bit quicker. But with thread, you have to work kind of slow because you want to make sure you don't drop any strands or anything. It'll look kind of silly if you drop some string. Won't look terrible, but just try not to. And I'm in the last full corner that we do. And in the next set, we're just going to do 3 more to finish the first corner. Chain 1 and connect it. After I get those double crochet in, I'm sorry you guys, I'm trying to stay as much in frame as possible. I don't really have the best setup yet still for my phone. I want to get a tripod or something soon. It's just, I've been using a lot of my extra money for like yarn and craft show supplies and stuff right now. So once I get some more money around, I will get a tripod so I can record better videos. And yeah, but you chain 1 and then you slip stitch into the corner. And if you want to do the diagonal earring, this is where you would stop. But if you want to do the earring where it's hanging from the middle, I did a slip stitch and connected these 2 in the middle to put the hook on there. But you can stop right here if you want to do the diagonal earring, and you can chain 1, pull some thread loose. I like to do kind of a lot to make sure that that earring isn't coming off. And just cut that right there, pull that tight, and your granny square will stretch like, you know, a normal granny square will. And I will grab the needle and I'm gonna grab my threader really quick just to make this a little easier. I tell you, these threaders don't make anything easier. You see that, guys? I tried. Anyhow, 1 second. Okay, so once you get that threaded, I like to take and put the needle through the last chain 1 space, go back a stitch, so it's more in the middle of the top. And I'm gonna use gold for this one. I think it'll look pretty with the purple. And I just knot it on here. So there's no specific way to do this part, however you feel it's most secure. I've only made 2 pairs, but I don't know. They seem sturdy, and I think you should be careful with earrings anyways. So hopefully everybody will treat them with a little bit of care. But yeah, you just knot that onto there, and you can do a couple strings on there to make sure that it's good and tight, but 1 should be good. But this one I did a couple and it came out kind of stiff, This one only has one, and it's very dangly. It'll move. So it's however you want the earring to sit. And then you're just gonna knot this on the back here. You can do as many knots as you like to make sure it's secure. Sometimes it'll get caught on the earring. It's not the end of the world, but you just tighten it. Make sure it's on there good. I'm gonna do 2 knots to make sure it's secure. String from the middle of the magic circle wants to keep getting involved, but you just knot that up really good, and then you weave in your end. It's a lot easier than you think it would be with this needle. You just take it and weave it how you normally would a granny square. I just took it and put it through that whole section. Now we're gonna take and put it through the next. I usually go all the way around the square. You can go around like a couple times if you want. And I'll just secure that string to make sure it won't come loose and it won't fall apart. But once you weave in the end on the outside, take and tighten your magic circle, and you're gonna now knot this end. Oh, that was so much easier. And the reason you do this is so it just won't fall apart, nothing's coming loose. You don't want to just cut the string and then somebody tugs on it and stuff starts to fall apart. I don't think that's necessarily how it will happen, especially from the center, but it is definitely more worth it to just weave these ends in than to just cut them off. You want to make sure everything stays secure. You don't want to be wearing them one day and it starts falling apart. But yeah, I'm going to continue weaving in these ends a little bit more, but I think you guys get it. It's very simple, and I'm going to make the other pair, or make the other one to make it a pair, but yeah, I think they're really cute. I'm going to try to do a couple different designs and stuff and different things, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm probably going to try to make like a pair that are flowers or a pair, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Just different things. I have so much embroidery thread that I need to use up, but I'm gonna try to make some other kind of patterns and stuff, so I will let you guys know whenever I do make more. But yeah, I will show you how these came out in just a second. Okay, so this is how they came out. They're very simple, very cute. I love how the purple color looks. But yeah, very, very cute. Very, very easy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments.